But the young man didn't argue. He looked stunned, I must say, but he went back and then he came back from the dead in the fifth game to win that match. Yuta Tanaka. And just to explain that match in the vital fifth game, it was 2 matches apiece. Vital fifth game, he's losing in the fourth 6-9. He's facing defeat. He comes back and he wins the game 11-9, then goes 7-1 up in the fifth. He won 11 points in a row, and he took Japan through to the final. The early advantage to WANG Chuqin, at least 3-1, and earlier when in the group stage when China played France, WANG Chuqin did have problems against Jules Roland. He was down 2 games to 0 before coming through to win 3-2, so he has had his problems, WANG Chuqin. But this young man has really made his presence felt. Twice he saved Japan. So the early advantage with WANG Chuqin. It's leading 5-3, but 2 serves to come now from Yuta Tanaka. Distinct advantage for WANG Chuqin, leading 6-3. Now 7-4. Well, I think that's the right thing to do because certainly when when Jules Roland caused WANG Chuqin problems, it was when he played the ball down the parallel, down the line to the forehand of WANG Chuqin. So 4-9. Just faint edge. Then we have the Chinese women's team, Chan Tianyi and Sun Yingxia. game points. Tremendous point. Best point of the match so far. Game point same. I must say Mr. Tanaka's got a very, very cool head. So, first game goes to WANG Chuqin. It takes the first game 11-6. So the Chinese team looks sweet, and of course also the Japanese team. But it's a good name to have for table tennis, Tanaka. If I take you back to 1955 and 1957, yeah, my word, 60 years ago, Toshiaki Tanaka beat Ichiro Ogimura in the world final, I think in 55. Then he beat Zarko Dolinar in the world final in 57. So what a name to have, Tanaka, but of course no relation, not sure we can't. But certainly this young man with his behaviour, his good manners, and his very, very calm head when things were going against him last night, and somehow he came back. Well, great credit to him. So ready for the start of the second game, and WANG Chuqin 1 game club ahead and serving. Very quickly near the net. Well, the best possible start for Yuta Tanaka. First 4 points. Making full use of the table. First 5 points. It's nothing as strange as sport, is there? In WANG Chuqin, he takes the first game quite comfortably, 11-6, and then promptly goes (6-1) to Yuta Tanaka. Very, very impressive. 7-2. So Yuta Tanaka serving, sequence of 2 serves to come, and he leads 7-3. was about 3 miles too long. Wasn't his best service. Really. Now back to 3 points. Mistake on the return of service. Back to 2.68. No reaction yet from the Japanese bench with the thought of a timeout. Seven, 8. I think we should have a timeout now, Japan. Yes, Mr. Tazai has called a timeout. I think really he has no options whatsoever. Having gone 6-0 ahead, and now the gap down to 1 point. The player who has the momentum is not Yuto Kizukori. The player with the momentum is WANG Chuqin, without any doubt. So maybe we can somehow get over the last 2 steps of this game and post his name on the board, and then come back and put WANG Chuqin under pressure in the 3rd game, but tend to feel that things are moving inexorably in China's favour. Certainly intense words. So here we go, timeout taken. It will be Yuta Tanaka to serve. He leads 8-7. And my word, may I suggest he needs this point. Net service. Service was that bit too long. WANG Chuqin answered, but the forehand topspin flew wrong. Change of service. WANG Chuqin is serving at 7-9. Well. Change of service. He missed the service. So Yuta Tanaka is serving, and he's leading 10-8. And there he's made it. Well, there was some nervous moments, but the young man came through. It's 1 game all. WANG Chuqin, like Zhu Fei, he played in the World Junior Championships back in 2014 in Shanghai, but well, this young man, Yuta Tanaka, it's the first time, and certainly he's responding to the challenge. Get your head right, young man. Well, I would say that one of the abiding strengths of Yuta Tanaka is his head. Very, very calm personality. So, ready to go. Start of the third game. It's one game each. Two go ahead. Rapid backhand from WANG Chuqin. Level at 2-all. So backhand flies long, advantage now with WANG Chuqin at 4-2. So 4-2. Five-two. Right, just touchdown play from WANG Chuqin. Went down the parallel, but WANG Chuqin had the answers. Antonio Amato from Italy. So we have WANG Chuqin with his two serves to come. and he's leading 6-4. Time out. Perceived as a dangerous time in the match. You just see for the timeout, the umpires just put that little white coloured disc on the table. For Mr. Tanaka, who's already made his presence known. He's been the man to play those vital last matches for Japan in front of. We have WANG Chuqin serving at 6-5. Not 7-5. Chuqin extends the lead to 9-6. Strong forehand topspin. Go! 10-6. 4 game points for a 2-1 lead for WANG Chuqin. So the forehand proved successful for WANG Chuqin. He takes the third game 11-6. He moves into a 2-1 lead. We just see a confirmation of the score. First game to WANG Chuqin 11-6, second to Yuta Tanaka 11-6, and third to WANG Chuqin 11-6. And so far in the WJTTC event, China very much dominant. The confirmation of the score. First match to Zhu Fei against Yuto Kizukuri 3-1, and now WANG Chuqin leads Mr. Tanaka, Mr. Yuta Tanaka. Vocally motivated. It's looking ominous for China. I should have said looking ominous for Japan. WANG Chuqin now very much in determined mood. So the best possible start for WANG Chuqin. 5-love. WANG Chuqin is flowing. First 7 points. Response is, I'm afraid, it's all going to be too late. Eight-one. So, WANG Chuqin serving. And he's leading 9-3. A potential 2 serves. Oh dear, dear, dear. Serves off the end of the table. 9-4. Fearsome forehand. So that with the change of service, serving at 4-10, Yuta Tanaka, but facing 6 game points, 6 match points. Another one save. And yet another one saved. What is it about the number 10? So WANG Chuqin serving at 10-6. There we are. Wang Chuqin takes the fourth game. He takes the fourth game 11-6 by exactly the same score as he took the first and third. That gives China a 2-0 lead against Japan. So first match we had Zhu Fei beat Yuto Kizikuri 9-11, 11-3, 11-8, 11-9. Then in the next one that we've just seen completed, there's the confirmation of the score. Wang Chuqin accounted for Yuta Tanaka 11-6, 8-11, 11-6, 11-6. Puts now China within one match of the title. So 2-0 to China. Both Zhu Fei and Wang Chuqin winning by 3-1. Next online is Masaki Takami, and he faces Zhu Haidong.